Hello and welcome to a new episode of Off to the 7,000 Islands. Today I want to talk a little bit about what a journey we made through, and in a second video which will come out in a few days, we are gonna also reflect on sort of a bit the emotions we made through and the thoughts we made through in the last few weeks and where we think we are right now. But here the more travel bit, and if you don't want to hear the other side, then that's fine. Just this one is here for the travel side, but I'm almost a psychologist and I want to share that with you as well. So, well, some people have said, well, Eric, you've been longer on the roads, on travels than 33 hours. What's the matter with you? Are you getting old? The thing is, when we left Dresden and drove to Frankfurt, we drove like 4 hours and that was fine. Thank you to my parents who drove us. And we drove and we arrived like 4 hours ahead of time. And the thing was, we arrived and the gates, the check-in counters should have been opened by then. They said 4 hours, and then there was lots of chaos and the computer system was down and everything, and it took ages. So when everything was up and running, then they said, oh well, the flight is delayed 3 hours. Dun, dun, dun. And we can't take you on that flight to Manila, because the flight to Hong Kong is okay, you can fly to Hong Kong, but all the flights to Manila from Hong Kong and from other places like Qatar and so on are all full. So we can't just wait in the airport and go on the next one. They're all full. And all the other airlines are full as well. Just before Christmas, before Christmas, all the flights are booked out, and the Philippine regulations are so that flights are restricted. There is a certain amount of flights and they can't fly more flights to Manila. So that's it's a big problem. So basically they told us, oh sorry, we can't take you on this flight because you're gonna get stuck in Hong Kong. And we get told off from Hong Kong. So, but there's one other option we can do, and that is, instead of flying to Manila from Hong Kong, we can set you on the flight to Cebu. And we're like, oh well, Cebu is in the Philippines, but it's not like close to Manila. And all our quarantine hotels and everything is all in Manila. That's a bit of a problem. So we asked them, oh, can you look with other airlines? Can you book us on other airlines? And all this kind of stuff. And then they tried and they called everyone. And literally all the flights are booked out. Like not just from Cathay Airlines, but from all the airlines to Manila before Christmas. Emirates, Etihad, Qatar, all those big airlines, South China, even Korean and Japan Airlines, are all booked out. So that's kind of quite crazy, and that's because of the regulations here to Manila. That was so we basically had no other choice than going to Cebu, and then we had to, after waiting and worrying and checking, trying to check things ourselves, we had to take that option to Cebu and then book the quarantine hotels in advance and fill out the online forms, all the travel restrictions and stuff. So you need to have all forms, and luckily we have all our vaccine stuff with us and the PCR test and all those kind of things. We had all with us, but this was quite stressful. So we went with 3 hours delay to Hong Kong. And then in Hong Kong we had 6 hours overlay. So we were planning for altogether only, I think, 20 hours travel altogether until we are from Dresden to the hotel in Manila. Maybe 21, if there's lots of traffic in Manila. And so we were already now way over those 20 hours that we should have traveled. with all the delays and everything. And so we arrived there, and we had of course planned for that short journey to Manila basically, and now we've been on that long journey and we didn't take any food with us. And in Hong Kong basically there were only 3 shops open. One which sold donuts, one which sold a few sandwiches and coffee, and one sold liquor. So yeah, super hungry, tired and stressed because we couldn't really sleep then after all that adrenaline in the airplane as well. We arrived and then we ate each a sandwich for like €7, $8-9 US dollars. We ate a sandwich, and for about the same price we drank a cappuccino. And then yeah, we traveled on again with delay to Cebu, and then arrived in Cebu, and you have seen the little video when we were arrived. If not, here there is a little link for that as well, and then down below in the description. But yeah, and then we've been a few days in quarantine now. We had a test in the airport, a PCR test, and then after 3 days again a PCR test. Yeah, and with that we were allowed to go. We can go to Manila, and now we are again in quarantine. We are here in Manila now, and depends when you see actually that video, we might be already then home in Bulalacao, where we gonna go. But yeah, we need to see how things are going. We need to basically continue now our quarantine here in our home address. We are in the house where usually the siblings of Alyssa are living to study, but now the house was also empty for almost 2 years now since Corona, and so we need to stay here for a while, then see some friends and go to IKEA to buy some stuff for our new house. That is our journey so far, and thank you so much how you take part in that journey, and that you actually watch the video and give it a like, and that you prayed for us. That was really helpful. In the next video I'm gonna talk a little bit about how we felt, and what was sort of weird about it, and what came really messed up when we left the Frankfurt airport and stuff. And maybe you're also interested in that. I want to share it with you, and yeah, see you in the next one.